Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to BSG Annual 2021. In just a second, we're going to get started with El Hijo, a Wild West tale. Before that, I quickly wanted to mention, hello, I'm Cruel. I'll be your host for the next couple of games. But yeah, I think I'm just going to give it to the runner, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. I am Moknicorra. This is El Hijo, a Wild West tale. If you speak Spanish, you know that El Hijo stands for the hero, so we're good on that. This is a family-friendly stealth game that came out in December 2020. It won a couple of indie awards on the German circuit, but outside of that, nobody really knows this game, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to try to change that today. So. Let's go. Let's start the time in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, this is a tutorial. We're going to learn how to run, how to crouch, how to stay in the shadows, and how to look at enemy view cones. I'm going to talk a bit about a cutscene that I'm going to skip. That's about the lore. First of all, your dad's dead, so that's cool. At the end of this level, there's a cutscene that I'm skipping, where we see that our house is on fire, and your mother, being the badass that she is, decides to go after the bandits that burned down the house. So, due to the fact that she can't, bring you along for that, she's going to send you to a monastery, and outside of the monastery, you're going to be burying a couple of your toys, like a slingshot and a photo of the two of you. Actually, I bring that up because we're going to get the slingshot back, but we're not going to get it back in game. We're going to get it back through a cutscene, so you guys won't actually notice that we got it, but I'll point out when it happens. No, my stamina. So much like Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, if you run out of stamina, you have to wait for it to come back before you can start running again. So, we're in the monastery. We don't like being in the monastery, so we get out of the monastery. We want to get back to our mother. That is the entire game. So now we're running around these monks. You'll notice when I run that there are these blue circles that kind of halo out of me. That's my footsteps. That's it's a stealth game. There's sound, so that's going to dictate. Wait, there's a quick cycle that I have to make here. Okay, we good. So the footsteps are going to dictate when and where I can run a lot of the time. I have to wait for this guy. I could technically go and get caught to reset his cycle, but it kind of doesn't really work. You see those red circles around the enemies. If you enter these circles, even when you're in the shadows, where you're essentially invincible, if you enter these circles, you will be caught. However, get out, dude. However, it's not really shown, but what I think happens is that around your own character, there's also a circle, which is larger than the model itself. And when you're caught is when those two circles interact. So what that means is that anytime you want to kind of go around an enemy, the berth you have to take around them is like wider than you would think. So that's real unfortunate. I don't know if they patched that out, but it's kind of possible to get caught during this cutscene. The guy on the stairs right there, if your footsteps alert him, he'll start looking for you during the cutscene. You will be caught during the cutscene, and you can't do anything about it because you can't move. Here I don't have to run because I have to wait on this guy anyway to turn around. There you go. Yeah, a lot of the time the I am getting alarmed gauge is like fairly generous. So a lot of the time you can just go right in front of people and they won't have time to be completely alerted. Here we get our first tool, which is a rock. Rocks make noise. Monks follow the noise. Yep. Like I said, you can just run in front of them and it doesn't matter. You can't catch me. I have to wait for this one. He might see me. You can't catch me anyway. This guy might see me as well. Whatever. Now the exit is right in the trapdoor over there. This guy is going to go right up to the trapdoor and he can't actually see us. So that's the end of the level. Okay. The kitchen is a bit of a nothing burger level. We're going to learn a bit about how certain hiding places have multiple exit points, multiple entry and exit points. Like these counters will come in one side, will come out the other. Have to wait on this guy. Look around, dude. Okay. Okay. Now there's a bit of a tricky strat here with the rock. Get this guy out of the way. Stay kind of in the shadow. Okay. Okay. Getting this last guy out of the way is like pretty hard. Now we're in the shadow, so we're invisible. Despite the fact that we are very much in their face. Now this guy is the first like noticeable guy that has music notes over his head. What that means is that he's deaf. No matter what kind of noise you make, he will not hear you. Now that may be due to a number of things. This guy is like whistling to himself, but maybe because there's a piano around, or there's gunfire and explosion, or there's like a lot of wind. In these situations you can make all kinds of noise and it doesn't matter. And in certain occasions, you can even turn off the sound yourself. Okay, library. It's a bit of a tricky level. I'm going to start about... I'm going to talk about global and local cycles later on, but I have a bit of a fun strategy here. Where I'm going to use my footsteps to get one guy to look away, so I can slip around and defeat the entire purpose of this obstacle. Oop, oop, oop. Alright. This guy again, you can just run past, doesn't matter. I'm invisible, he can't find me. Do not alert this one. Just get him out the way. Now, no matter what I do, if I don't get caught, there is no way that I can get here and this guy is in any other position than this. He just started his cycle, which makes me think that some cycles are local, like if it's on the screen it starts doing things, but 2 levels down there's another guy who's like super hard to get by, and I'm pretty sure his cycle is global. From the beginning of the level he starts moving, and everything I do from the beginning of the level affects... Yeah, I didn't get it. I'm gonna have to wait for him. Oftentimes I can just run past before he turns around from there, but not today. So yeah, because it's a global cycle, it's very reliant on me playing well throughout the rest of the level, which allows me to save like another 3 seconds, which I lost here. It also means that this guy on the left is not where he usually is, where I like him to be. But we did alright. I have a backup strat for it. Sanctuary. The guy on the right, I'm going to try to go fast to save like a quarter of a second. Because if he sees me in the light, he's going to go, oh, what's that? Yeah, nah, like that. And he wasted a bit of time wondering what was that. What that was. Now this guy can hear me, so I don't want to make too much noise while I'm on his ledge. Now if you're wondering, like towards the beginning of the game why there were bandits that burned down your house. It's not really spelled out, but I have a bit of a headcanon thing for it. My idea is that your mother and your father were like bounty hunters or some shit, and like they made a lot of bandit enemies over the years, but once they had you, they decided to settle down. But now your dad's dead, and the bandits came in and said it's free real estate. At this guy's death, by the way. So now that your dad's dead, they burn down the house, and your mother doesn't like it, and she takes revenge on all those bandits that she already had as enemies. Why not? Okay, here, hit the checkpoint and get caught. That's in order to reset the cycles of the guys that are in the nave. Basically, I need the guy on the left and one blonde guy here to be synced up properly, and I also need the white-haired guy on the left. Oh no. Okay, we good. Okay. I want to make sure the guy on the left is looking away as I make it through this spot of light. Here there's a tight strat that I messed up in my last run in order to save a cycle. Okay, we good. Wait for the right guy to lurk away. Okay. We good. It's fairly tight to get that toy soldier in the way, which is our second tool, by the way. Toy soldier, you set it into a direction, it starts walking in that direction, and the enemy is surprised and goes after it. So yeah, towards the beginning of the game, optimization really hinges on optimizing cycles, essentially. But towards the end of the game, it's way more about manipulating enemies efficiently. That's a tight cycle to make. And we're going to get a... No, my stamina. Did it again. We're going to get way more tools to toy with them, essentially. They're all toys, so why not call it what it is. Here we have chicken. Chickens suck because they're in the way and they make noise. Get that pot out of the way, lose your stamina again, because why not? I think I'm gonna play it safe. Oh no, I don't have to play it safe. The chicken delayed him by making noise. That's okay. It happens. Alright, coming up on the end of the level here. These chickens are rarely a problem, but it can be if they're on the right. Some more toy soldier stuff. Set it, hide. Wait for him to look away. Make sure the guy on the right is looking at the wall. And we're done with this level. Which leads well, that's a gold, okay. Which leads us to our first level, playing as the mother. There are two levels where you play as the mother. This first level we're blowing up the bandit camp with these explosive barrels. Ominous noise. Aim. Now the tools she has are I guess more stamina is not really a tool, but it's a feature anyway. She has more stamina, you can run longer. And she has a slingshot, with which she can break clay pots. And she can also break locks. Like the lock that's right here. Right here. Okay. Make this cycle. Shoot those chickens to make a lot of noise. Get her to look away, wait for the cooldown on the slingshot, then you can shoot it. Alright, that's my second barrel? Third barrel? Third. A certain number. Now we're going to have to... Oh! I'm supposed to shoot it from upstairs. Yeah, your height affects your shooting range. So now we have to wait while this magnificent beast makes its way across to the feeding trough. It's so big that it blocks the vision cone. That is our fourth barrel. Now don't be over eager and wait still for the ball. What a chunker. Okay. Now break this to make noise. Can shoot all the way across to open the gate. You want to open the gate first because after making this noise here, you have to wait. You would otherwise have to wait for the cooldown, and that makes for a very, very uncomfortable time waiting for the cooldown. No, let's go down. Let's go down. Yeah, okay. Or not. This is bad. Kind of. He was really slow at turning around. It's fine. This is our last barrel. Now all the explosives are set. Or primed, rather. Which means that we have to blow them up. Turn around. Okay. This... Do you see over there? Okay. Alright. Lost a bit of time because I forgot about the lock for the ball, but it's fine. It is fine. Boom. Okay, we're back as the kid. We are in the catacombs, and I almost ran out of stamina again. Now we have these coffins that we can move around a bit and hide in. It's the only item with which you can, like, hide and interact in this way. Here we can just run across and hide in. They do not have the time to catch you. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's bad. Whatever. Nothing that affects too much in terms of cycles. Alright. Set this toy. You can't move that monk any other way than using the toy sorcerer because he's deaf. Now coming up, we're going to come across a child. Scattered throughout the game are 69 children, yes, and if you interact with them, you inspire them or save them or whatever, and for the most part we just ignore them, and I'm going to pretend that's why ESA did not accept this run, because we don't save the children. But we don't save the children because it's faster this way, but this one we do save, because some children give you items when you save them. This one gave me a toy sorcerer, and I'm going to use it 2 levels from now. Wait, I'm doing it wrong. Quick, quick, quick! Okay. That's a bit of a tight strat. Like, throughout the game, this is the only child that we save that is optional, but there are other children that are like mandatory. You can't progress if you don't save them, but it's only like 8 or 9, so it's fine. We don't like children that much anyway. Now if I do it right, I might have the good cycle at the end of this upstairs, where the room is in the dark and the guy is at the end of the room. And after that, actually, we're going to have a full minute of me just waiting for people to move, and then it's a mad dash to the end, which means that this is a great time for our host to say anything they like for like a full minute right now.
Sure thing, sure thing. Let me quickly talk to you guys about the prizes we've got running throughout this event. As you donate, not only do you get to support a phenomenal event, you also have a number of prizes you can win. There's 4 that I want to mention in particular. We've got two different sets of gift cards that we're going to be giving away from 25 euros and 50 euros. A minimum donation of 5 euros can get you a gift card of 25 euros. That's for Steam, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation. And then for the 50 euros one, a minimum of 10 euro donation. We're also going to be giving away a Majora's Mask displate at the very end of this event. I believe it's a 7.50 euro minimum donation for that. That'll be open. Those will all be open up until the end of the event. And then we also have the grand prize, a custom BSG Colors controller sponsored to us by Delfino. So that is definitely one to keep your eyes out for. So be sure to check those out and do get your donations going, not only for a phenomenal cause, but you might actually win something very cool in return.
But the game just crashed. Cool.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It's the first time that's ever happened, honestly. That's never happened before. Also, that was just before the cutscene that I'd mentioned earlier, where I do get the slingshot. We'll be
So I
right
guess
back.
we're restarting the game and I get to talk for another minute.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right.
Come on.
Hold on, let me quickly scroll up my notes for this. A couple organizations I'd quickly like to thank. First and foremost, ESA. I'd like to thank ESA for supporting the event and allowing us to stream on their channel. For information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com. And I'd like to remind you that, you can consider using your free monthly Prime Gaming subscription or, decide to use a regular subscription right here on the ESA channel. You'll get access to all of the ESA emotes, several BSG emotes, and you get to support both events in the process. So that is definitely worth looking at. And if you'd like to participate in an event similar to BSG, I highly recommend checking out UKSG. UKSG is an event normally held in Glasgow, running 4 times a year, supporting Crysis. Currently also doing their events online, and I believe they still have their submissions open up until tonight, like 10 p.m. tonight. So this is their last day of submission, so do check that out as well.
All right. So we just got the slingshot. The slingshot allows us to break clay pots, as you've seen. Had a bit of a chicken problem in the middle of the stage, but now we get another, not quite a tool, but it's shoes. It just gives you more stamina. Now we're going to use this one toy soldier that we got from the child 2 levels ago, before the crash. Alright, now coming up are some monks that are really hard to get by, so I'm just going to wait for my old cycle instead of trying to make the new one, because I'm bad at it. Okay, let's hit the checkpoint just to make sure. Right, cops, by the way, they look at noise but they don't follow it. So if you want to move them out the way, you have to use toy soldiers. But in this case, I didn't want to move him. I just wanted to clear the way so I could slip through. Now wait for this cop to look away, so I can break the pot. Now no matter what I do here, I have to wait for one of those 2 guards here, like I have to wait for the second one in this case. Okay. So you start seeing like a lot of kids in like balls and chain and like doing work. Like for a family-friendly game, there's just a surprising amount of child slavery. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Again, I'm guessing that's why ESA didn't pick this game. That's kind of what they advocate against. Just for safety, grab the checkpoint, because I have to wait for these guys anyway. Am I high enough that I won't get seen? Okay, we're fine. I don't usually trigger this one. But I've stepped one step too many. Where's the monk? It's over there, so I can't go down. Okay. Wait for him. I'll wait for this other guard to look away, and we can hide behind the feeding trough or whatever the hell that is. Here I can ring the bell, or I can just distract the guy that's just walking away here. But it's pretty much the same amount of time, doesn't matter. The bell is more consistent. Alright, we've made it to the train. And I haven't watched the cutscene in a while, so I don't remember why, but we do end up getting thrown off the train for some reason. Which lands us in a sandstorm. So we want to hide from the sandstorm, using this game's wonderful crouching mechanic that is very responsive. Just make sure you mash the spacebar. Okay. There's sometimes like a bit of delay between like the moment you press the button and something happens, so you have to be like very deliberate in your controls. When you play casually, it doesn't matter all that doesn't matter all that much, but during a speedrun, however, don't start with the rude thing. I can only see part of the chat, but the first part I see is like the rude sandstorm. I know I'm not supposed to look at chat. Why did I get out? There's a bit of a... Oh god, no. There's a bit of time before and after. At the beginning and the end of the sandstorm, there's a bit of time where you can actually stay in it and you're fine. But that was not the part, because I died in that part. You can kind of rely on the sound to figure out when it's coming. Like the wind is abating. Oh god, I don't know if I make this. Okay, we're fine. Okay. The hard part is over. Now there's a weird thing that I think they patched out. At the end of the level, you get in a minecart and you kind of ride off into the mine. It happened once where I got into the cart, and because I was mashing the control button, I got out of the cart immediately, and the cart took off without me and ended the level, but I died to the sandstorm. So I was effectively like hard locked out of the level because I couldn't finish it anymore. The level reloaded with the sandstorm going and everything, and the minecart was there, but I could not interact with it anymore. So that was a fun way to lose a run. But I think they patched that out, because they patched out another similar thing in another level that happened for, I think, the same reason. So it shouldn't happen here, even if I mash the control button. Okay. Alright, we are in the mine. What the mine is going to teach us about is that there are light sources that we can destroy, which is rather fun. Then again, there are light sources that we cannot destroy because they have cages around them, as you can see from the one above me. Right, break that one so we can slip past, conserve a bit of stamina so I can rush past this. This one, get this chest to get a toy soldier, which I'm going to use pretty much immediately. Sure, don't look my way, it's fine. Once you're back there, that cop can't see you. Now I'm going to get on the platform before I set my toy soldier, because the toy soldier likes to get stuck on the intersection between the stone ledge and the wooden platform. Now we have to wait for this miner to make his way back, but I would like to point out that he has black hair and a blonde mustache. Because why not? You won't catch me, will you? Okay. Here we have more miners going in a trail line, conga line, whatever. They're all deaf, so you can just run around them if you have the space, like I do here. Come on, get out of the way. Okay. This cop is looking away. There's not much that I can do to speed up this miner. Even if I break the light, it's not really faster than just waiting for him to come back. But I want to make sure that I don't run to not mess with his cycle, because if I don't mess with his cycle, it actually turns out that I don't have to wait for him a second time. Assuming I make this shot properly, which I did. Yep, do not run, because you don't want him looking your way. Okay. Going to wait for him to... I did not wait enough. I waited enough, but I positioned myself in the wrong spot. I think I got hung up on the sandbags there, with the pickaxe on it. It's a new strat, I'm trying it. I've only gotten it once so far. I don't have the all the positioning memorized properly. Gonna wait for him to be a bit further before I... Because I do want to make noise to delay his cycle, so that I don't have to wait for him on my way down. See, I didn't have to wait. So yeah, we're starting to use the mine carts, which is a good training for the last part of the run, which is going to suck, but which is going to use the mine carts as well. It gives you a warning when you're about to derail, so you want to slow down and not go too fast. Yep. Okay. Alright, cliffside. We are about to get our third real tool, which is cactus flowers, actually. When you throw them, it makes a big cloud of pollen, and the pollen blocks vision. You just throw it and run through. Oh, what? You never come this far, what the hell? Okay. Sure, let's take a death here, I guess. I guess my my footsteps were not in the same place as they usually are, which allowed for them to drag him out. So the nice thing about cactus flower is you can just go to a cactus and refill your ammunition. And it's faster than going to a child or a chest, so that's neat. Now that there's a whole lot of them in the game anyway, but well, there are cacti on the screen right now, but they don't have flowers, so doesn't matter. Now we have flagpoles. We're learning about flagpoles that we can bring down with our slingshot. Here there's a bit of an, well, not not a really new strat, but like an amended strat from a while ago that I quite like. And just thread the needle here and we're fine. Blind this one. Run through as well. Now here I'm going to grab the checkpoint and get caught in order to reset the cycle of the two guys that are on the ledge upstairs. I can usually make it. It's just to make it consistent. I don't need them to be in this position, but it's more consistent, and I don't have to figure out how to get past those two, because their patrol route is like, get on the ladder, dude. Their patrol route is a different length, and I think their cycle is global. So that means that almost every time that you get here, they're in a different position. So just getting caught to reset their position is maybe not the fastest, but the most consistent way of getting past those two. Because sometimes you'll get up the ledge and they're both at the far end, so you can just run past and run around, and you don't have to do anything. Just have to go off to the side a bit and wait. Don't think I want to run here because he'd come looking for me. So usually when you use a pollen cloud, well, cactus flower, you can just throw it and start running through and you're fine. But for some reason there's like a programmed set of enemies that, like, in order for them to not see you, they need to start coughing from the pollen cloud. And they are coming up right at the end here. Not those two, but the next two. And after that, we get in a barrel to end the level, and I'm pretty sure this is the reason the minecart. I didn't wait for them to start coughing. Like I said, I'm super smart. So this barrel used to be that I would like press Control twice in order to get in and then get out, and then the animation would play with me not in the barrel. But they patched that out. I guess they really didn't like that. So now the bandits take us in their barrel, they take us to their camp. I need to split. Well, I don't need to, but it's useful. So we're at the bandit camp, and the bandits are having a party, and how you know that it's a party is that we are in the Wild West, which means everyone says yeehaw every other second. Yeehaw. 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 Don't come after me, dude. Yeehaw. Okay, we're good. Party over. The party's over. You just hug the wall here, you're usually fine. Yeah, whatever. Like I said, a lot of the time you can just run through and you're fine. No, no! You're not fine if you stand in the light, though. So weirdly enough, here we have another barrel to end the level, like for the last level, but this barrel I had to press enter in order to enter it. But the previous barrel I had to press Control. Why the discrepancy? I don't know. It screws me up. Well, it used to screw me up quite a bit before I kind of hammered it inside my brain. Here it turns out the best strat is just to wait for our big chunker to get here and just block. I used to like have a toy soldier to bring out the bandit, but it's like, it doesn't really save time, and I can't make this cycle. It's always tempting to go through, but I never make it. Yeah, whatever. You're all blind anyway. I don't care about you. That sounds really insensitive. Alright. Okay. So, a bit of a puzzle. No, I don't have the range. Whatever, dude. The aiming system in this game is something you have to get used to. Let's put it this way. Here we might have a bit of chicken RNG here. Oh, they're not looking my way, so it's fine. They're not in the way, so they can't alert him. Everything's good. That's a bit of a transition section with not much happening, but if you've been watching and you've been paying attention and you have good eyes, this next section may be a bit familiar. Not so much right now, but no, there's a tower. And oh, there's a fence. Also, I'm going to break this bottle, and the guy is going to go through the gate. Yeah, just waltz on right through the gate. Why not? All my cycles are off. It's fine. Use my footsteps to distract this one. Walk past. Now we're going to use our last cactus flower to get past this part. And now we are on to what used to be the worst level in the game. We are introduced to a new type of enemy. This type of enemy has a bigger... How the fuck was that a gold? Anyway. This new type of enemy, which you're going to start seeing in the top left corner, is doggos. These dogs, or coyotes, or whatever the hell they are, they have humongous threat and range. They have great vision cones, but as long as you're hiding in the hay, you're fine, or the weeds or whatever. But the worst part about them is that their AI is janky as all hell. So this used to be a really hard level, because I would try to go like super fast and do like all these risky strats. But it turns out that if I just go slow and deliberate and safe, it's just faster than doing the risky stuff. Okay. Like this particular scarecrow here, which it used to be really hard to like get myself in a position where I could shoot it. Are you leaving, dude? You're not leaving? What the hell? Like I said, their AI is jank as all hell. It used to be really hard to get myself in a position where I could shoot the scarecrow and not get spotted by the dogs. So that was like a huge reset point. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, the gimmick of this level is the dogs go after the crows are on the scarecrows, you shoot the scarecrows to get the crows to the other scarecrow, and the dogs follow. Presumably they follow, they don't always follow, because this game is not made all that well. There used to be a different strat here in the very first... Why are you not following the crows, dude? You did that last run as well. Used to be a different strat here where I could get the dog to go to the top scarecrow, and from that point I could just slip past him and go through the gate because of the way he was positioned. Oh no, wait, I have to... are you coming back? Okay, you bark twice. The number of times they bark at the crows is random as well. So yeah, because of the position that he used to be in when he looked at the crows, his vision cone did not cover the gate entirely, so I could just slip past, but they patched that out in like the first patch that came out. I'm gonna shoot this one. Oh, the dog is over there. Are you gonna go after them? Yeah, you're gonna go after them. It's fine. I always expect you to go after them. Okay. Wait for this. Oh god, oh god. I did not expect you to turn around immediately. Now, thankfully, the pod is like right at the edge of his vision cone. So he doesn't get alerted and start looking at me, but I want him to turn around and start leaving because when I shoot the crows, I don't want him looking my way. I want that other dog to get out the way though. And that's the previously worst level in the game done. And I lost a bit of time here, but whatever. And hey, we're back home. This is our dad's grave. If, for some reason, I guess the kid thought his mother would be back home, despite the fact that the farm's burned down, as you can see. But there are bandits there. What a surprise! Why were they there anyway? So, the kid is kidnapped. The mother hears about it and goes to save him. Now we're on a train. And the train level is actually a pretty fun level when you speedrun it like efficiently, which I haven't been doing lately, so we're gonna see how this goes. Have to wait a bit for this one. Here, another instance of just running through is good enough. There's a guy up. I never knew there were guys up there. Here we have tunnels, which block the vision. Normally when I get there, the tunnel is already underway, so I don't get spotted, but it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I have to shoot this. I really don't like this particular obstacle because it's so slow. Make sure you shoot the light actually. Now we have to wait for the tunnel because it's the only way to get past these enemies. And these enemies as well, but you can't make both cars in one tunnel, unfortunately, so I have to wait for another one, which is coming up right now. It's technically possible to get past these guys without shooting down the window shades, but it's like super inconsistent from what I've tried. So it's still like a better idea to dude? Okay, whatever. Still a better idea to just shoot down the window shades. This guy is he's a sniper and he's looking far away, so he gets backstab. Oh god, okay, good. Tight cycle. Wait for you to look away, we're good. Wait for you to go away, and we're good. So yeah, this whole level is a nice little platforming section. You know, I say that knowing that there's pretty much only one button to press. Turn around. How did those cops get on the car? Whatever. It's not for me to know. Get up, get down, move it all around, I guess. This one, getting past. Get back up there. Now there are monks involved. And we make it to the last car, where our kid is, and we save him. But I'm skipping the cutscene, which shows that the bandits are also there. And they capture your mother, but your mother throws you out of the car and she throws her slingshot after you, so now you have your mother's slingshot, which has a longer range and which can break locks compared to before when you could only shoot down clay pots. Because logs are made of metal and not clay. A clay log would not be very efficient. Here we get one of our last tools, which is a sombrero, which is essentially our cardboard box. We're going to demonstrate this right away. Yeah, you can just hide under it and they don't see you. Even if they see you, like, pull it out of your ass and hide in it. It's pretty OP, honestly. If you're ever in a pickle, caught out of position, and the yellow gauge is filling up, then you can just press R and you're safe. If the gauge like turns full red and they start chasing you, then it's the sombrero won't save you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, well, it's not as useful as the cardboard box because you can wear the box and walk around, I guess. But it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good alternative. This part can be a bit wonky at times, depending on the cycles. Now he's confused. Do I want to wait for him to turn around? Though, I never know. Okay. Alright. Bit of a railway car puzzle here. Switch puzzle. Now wait for him to leave. There we go. Now if I... on the second rail track he'll never see me, so I don't have to worry about him coming back all that much. Alright. Can I make this cycle? We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Alright. Now unfortunately we do have more range with our new slingshot, but we still have to go up to this wooden platform in order to shoot the log. Alright. Now have to make our way down and go back up. We see there's a box in the top right there. That's like a shortcut that you can open, which is more useful in 100% where you save all the kids, but this is any percent, we don't care. And break this, just so we can get through and throw a toy switcher in this guy's face. Can I make this cycle? Apparently I can. Okay, cool. And this is the end of the level, and we're going to have a bit of a Zelda moment. You know what time it is. That's gold, okay. So, this level we have our last tool, which is fireworks. Fireworks blow up wooden boxes, it stuns enemies, and it does something to chickens as well. Yeah. I'd stay longer to show you, but I want to make this cycle. I'm not supposed to run, but it's fine, I didn't get caught. It's fine, we're fine. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Have a bit of a tight cycle because I want to catch those two cups on the left. Aiming. Okay. I wasn't sure I was gonna hit that. Get. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. We did it. Hide again in our sombrero. so we can slip past. So from at this point in the game, we start getting to points where we use your slingshot, dude. We start having to help children get out of like their enslaved position in order to progress, because we need them to pull ladders for us. And you know, in the foreground we see that there are children being bought and sold into slavery, because why not? Family-friendly game. Stocked up on rockets here. I'm going to use... This is really because I want to open this path here. But at the beginning of the next level I'm going to restock up again on like full fireworks ammunition. Right. Now with one fireworks I want to stun both the bandit and the deputy, which is kind of tricky, but I have a visual marker for it. The guy on the right tends to have a very big threatening zone. He has a lot of attack of opportunities, and I avoided him. Alright. Yeah, we're fine. It's a bit of a dead moment in this level here. Here we see that fireworks are very useful, and that I'm going to use all of the ones I got. Yeah, whatever. Hey, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Oh no, we're not fine. Oh no! The guy's out of position, she might run out of stun. No, we're fine, okay. Okay. It appears that the cops are losing the fight because the bandits have invaded the courthouse. Now this level, I found out this week that if I go too fast at the beginning, I can throw all the cycles off sync and lose. Why? The aiming system in this game is a problem. What the fuck? I can't even select it. What? Oh, it's 4. I'm very stupid at sometimes. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Pretend the last 30 seconds just didn't happen. Did I just... I think that was a bit too soon. Oh, I don't like this. I think... Oh, I really don't like this. Want... Okay. Okay, okay. So, we don't want to stun this one too soon. Why did nothing break? What the hell? We'll get through this at some point. Eventually. At some point in the near or maybe far future, and I still kind of did it soon, it might be bad.
Shall I just read something out while you figure this out?
Go ahead, dude.
Sure thing. I'd like to remind everybody you are currently watching the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world, bringing you entertainment during the lockdowns. We're currently raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will be going to Mind, so do be sure to get those in. And when you do, we have a number of donation incentives currently running. Thought I had my full list open somewhere. So a few ones to mention. One of them is actually coming up right after this run. For the Uncharted run, we have the language choice, and we have that can be Dutch, English, French, German, and Italian. Currently in the lead, I believe, is Dutch with €5, but you can still change that language if you would like. And we also have the skin choice currently sitting at €15. Within the lead being the wetsuit Drake. So if you want to change that, this will probably be the last run you have a chance to do so.
Alright, now I had to turn off the piano in order for the two guys here to not be deafened by the music. So I could drag out the miner, and fun fact with the miners, due to the fact that they have hard hats, they cannot be stunned by your fireworks. So you have to think of another way to deal with them. Alright. The bridge. The bridge can be quite a source of pain. It's a long hallway. Because it's a bridge, you know. It's kind of what bridges are, long hallways. The enemies are kind of packed, all their vision cones cover each other. Oh, it's pretty rare that I get to go past that and the miner doesn't start running after me. Doesn't change much because I have to wait for this one anyway, so. Here, do not run because you don't want anyone looking your way. Now you can run. Now you can slip past here. Stock up on fireworks while you're at it because you're waiting anyway. Then wait for the cop on the left to start going away. Shoot this one, well, stun her anyway. Do not alert him to your presence. Fortunately, I have to wait for the bandit. I used to not have to wait for this one. I don't remember what I did differently. Maybe it's faster, maybe it's not. Yeah, whatever. Where is the monk? The monk is at the end. He is very slow. And we have to wait for him. Come on, dude. Move. Okay. There's not much you can do to manipulate this guy. Now getting the shot off on the window, the lock here, could be quite a problem, but we did alright. Because there's no way that you can like both shoot the lock and get up the ladder at in the same cycle. You have to wait for this lady to get in and get out. I think I can make this, yeah? Yeah, okay. Now free the child so she can pull the ladder, slip behind the monk. You don't see me, it's fine. Now, despite the fact that we're like shooting the locks off on many of these children, they don't count as saved because you have to interact with them first in order for them to be considered saved. So they don't add to the counter. These are not like the mandatory saved children that I mentioned earlier. On the roof, however, is the first of these children that are like mandatory. Like the exit is right behind her. I can't get past her, so I have to talk to her. I have to get her out of the way, and she gives me a rocket anyway, so it's fine. Not that it matters because I stock up on rockets right at the beginning of the other level. This inauguration. It can be a pretty hard level. Used to be pretty finicky, but I've got it down, I think. Here we're going to take a detour. We're supposed to go up the window here, but there are a lot of cactus flowers here, which are useful, and I'm going to use them immediately. Repeatedly, even. Shoot this open. Wait for him to look away and get back up. Now prepare our shot. Wait for the bandit to come back. Shoot it. Get the flower. Use the flower. Slip past in front. Do not run. We good. Now we have to wait for the cooldown because we want to use the flower again. It's a bit tight. Almost didn't crouch. Oh, I don't know if I can make this. Maybe, yes. Okay, we're good. Tight cycle, tight cycle. There's a toy soldier for the cop, that's the lone cop that's looking our way. Now you see the bandit leader, the monk leader, and the sheriff essentially are all happy together, and your mother is in a cage. For some reason, I guess they all made peace over the fact that your mother is now their prisoner. Makes sense to me, I guess. Yeah, the story is not exactly spoon-fed to you. You kind of have to piece things together yourself from like the background elements and the things that you're not really meant to focus on. But we're coming up close to the end of the run here. We have 3 real levels left. One of which is like super fast. Here we're on the edge of town. I hope I don't screw this up like I did last run. Okay, past the box. Past the green box. Get him to look away. Alright. Don't know if I'm going to make this cycle, however, might have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait an extra cycle, it's fine, we're fine, it's a marathon run, it's not supposed to be a perfect run. That's good that I got caught actually, because I was supposed to save up my my rocket for the end of this level. Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell is going on? Everything's weird. Everything is weird. And you didn't destroy the... Why? Why? What is going on? It's slow, but it's fine. We're through. Don't know why this guy came back. Did I run and make noise so he came my way? I don't remember. It's gonna throw off my my monk cycle. Here, this is fairly tight in terms of will he notice, will he not? I've got it fairly consistent. Grab some extra flowers while we're waiting, because he got nothing else to do anyway, so get him to look away. Alright, now, where is this monk? Where are you in your cycle? You're coming back this way, okay. I think I can get you here. Okay, we're good. I have contingency plans for wherever this monk is. Not that there's like a lot of options, but yeah. So here we're going to use our rocket to blow the lock on this one, so that we don't have to go to the rooftop section that's on the right. It saves like a lot of time. And here we have another child that we are obligated to save, because he's in the way. And it gives us more rockets, which we are also going to use in the next level. Alright. Very good. Saloon is a very fun level because there's a automatic piano right under us. It's making a lot of noise, which means that everyone is deaf. Not only are they all deaf, there's also not a lot of light, which means that we can just run through most of this level and it's fine. any percent anyway, it's very fine. In 100% you would have to turn off the piano in order to be able to get to the children that you have to save. No, wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? Okay. That was a bit weird. Okay. Here we have our rocket, which is going to blow up the box. Alright. So yeah, I mentioned the 100%. There's only one person who's done 100% runs, and that person is not me. By my estimation, an optimized 100% run would take like double the amount of time. And I think the 100% run currently is like around 240 or something. It's not quite the double that I thought. It's a bit over that. But at that point it's like a bit too long of a run for my taste, so I just don't run it. I've tried to like optimize and learn it. It's like the cycles and everything. This guy's got a fat ass. When I mentioned that very early on that the circle is not like a good representation of how far away you have to be in order to not be caught, that's kind of what I meant. But yeah, the 100% run makes for slower gameplay because I haven't optimized all the cycles and the tool usage. And I just don't find it as fun because it's too slow and it's too long of a run, so I don't run it. Here I'm getting the checkpoint, not only because I want the rockets, but also because this enemy coming up is the single worst enemy in the entire game. Even when you do the strat right, there's a good chance that his fat ass will be in the way and you will be caught anyway. This strat appears to be a bit more consistent. I used to put it on the corner to the left, but it's like super tight anyway, as you can see. Stun this one. Don't get too close. I think they can catch you even if they're stunned if you like go and hug them. It's like not a good idea. Here, alert him. Do not run, so you don't want him to look your way. And wait for the far guy to look away. There we go. Alright, alright. Blow that up. Blind them. You use two different tools here just so you don't have to wait for the cooldown. And this is essentially the end of the level. The last real level. After that there's another thing which greatly sucks. Hey, we've saved all the children. Everybody's happy and there's a war and I'm pretty sure the kids are gonna get their asses handed to them. But most importantly, you have just saved your mother. And now we make our escape in a minecart. And this level is just the absolute worst way you could end a speedrun. It's a minecart race with falling rocks. The falling rocks are RNG. A lot of the time there's like, you want to slow down in order to not derail, but you can't slow down if there's a rock in the bend. And you can't slow down too much because there's like people chasing you anyway. And even when you do slow down, because that takes time, you quite often cannot even stop in time to not get killed. This one I went a bit too fast and I derailed. Oh god. Add to that the fact that, as you may be able to see just a bit from these parts, the camera likes to not show you what's coming up. So there are rocks already falling off screen and you can't see them in a super fun way. It's super nice to like lose 40 seconds at the end of the run that you're ahead on. We're not ahead on this run, by the way, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. This is like worst way to end the run ever. Like casually it's fine, like but in a speedrun setting it's just awful. We'll get through this eventually. One day. We're still well underestimated, but anyway, so whatever. We're still on part 2 of 3, I believe. Oh god. Okay. Made it to part 3 of 3. Time is after this third part, once the screen fades to black. Okay, barely not died. Okay, this part is not so bad as the other one. Alright, made it through. Time is coming up. And time. Okay. And now we're well, I'm going to let the cutscene play out. We get to see the animation style, which is quite nice actually. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the run. I hope you'll check out the game. Casually, it's a lot of fun. Now we see all these children that we didn't save throughout the run. And yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to actually to DJ Chocolate, which is the guy who did the 100% run. He's the only other person who runs this game, who has done runs rather. And yeah, I'll see you guys in just about 24 hours, where I'll be doing a speedrun of Return to Castle Core Dead, which is an on-rail shooter where you kill zombies playing chords on a real guitar. If you think a bit of Typing of the Dead, it's a lot. It's very similar, but I'll let our host take it away while the credits play.
Well, thank you, and thank you for showcasing El Hijo. We are going to momentarily go into a short intermission. When we come back, we will have Zonaris with Uncharted Drake's Fortune. So that should be a really fun one. I do want to remind everybody we still have 2 donation incentives for that going, which I believe will be closing pretty much immediately once the run gets started. That is for the language choice and the skin choice. So be sure to get your money in for that. And yeah, we're going to go into a quick intermission. We're going to have some ads running. And then when we come back, we will come back to Uncharted Drake's Fortune.